Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the possibility of foreigners being able to purchase a house in Thailand. And a recent article, the reason I'm doing this video is because I read this in a recent article from Pattaya Mail, that's patayamail.com. Article is titled, Thailand to Amend Immigration Rules to Lure 1 Million Wealthy Foreigners. And this quote caught my attention, this excerpt. Quoting directly, the government's top economic committee has ordered a review of how foreigners would be able to buy a house in addition to a condominium unit without the need to establish a company with Thais as majority shareholders. A couple of things here. First, it is not a legally how do I put this? It's not a legally recognized method that foreigners can own property so long as it's done through a corporation. That's kind of a misnomer that's out there. In point of fact, yes, there are people that use foreign minority shareholder companies in order to take title to certain types of Thai property. That said, you got to be very careful with that because depending on the circumstances, it may not be a viable option. It may not be the legally proper way of dealing with that. Now, it's circumstantially dependent. We know circumstances where things like a shop house may be owned in a company name where, for example, especially with married couples and things, you know, you've got a Thai company with minority foreign shareholding on it, and that's possible. But if it's just pretextual, you know, companies can be dissolved, and we've seen this happen. Companies can be dissolved and property can be escheated to the state. And, you know, that's just part of, you know, the law is pretty clear on that here. Foreign nationals not allowed to own real estate. It's not really the thrust of this video, though. The thrust of this video is the government's top economic committee, and that's the Center for Economic Situation Administration, has ordered a review of how foreigners would be able to buy a house. That's far from a foregone conclusion. I suspect that their review will likely determine that that may not be a good idea. Or you know, something to that effect. I think it's a long time off, if ever, that we will ever see foreigners be able to own real estate here in Thailand. In fact, it may never happen. In fact, if I was betting, I would bet on it never happening. That said, it could happen. You know, things can change, policies can change. So we will certainly keep you updated on that as the situation evolves.